just a summary of my day, no trades. So I'm going to go through EU and GU with a little bit of DXY. I'm going to look at what happened in today's session and what ideas I may have for tomorrow or into next week, I guess, as it's Friday tomorrow. So I'm going to start here straight away on EURUSD on the daily. We can see here that bearish momentum's continuing. We're deeper into this daily orb now in discount. No signs just yet of any bullish behavior. So I'm going to drop down to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, just a continuation of the bearish legs. As you can see, new lower lows keep being created each day. And today, we've come into the 4 hour balance and actually gone deeper, gone past the 50%. You can see momentum dying out. So buy side liquidity is being created to be taking out. I'm still not sure when. You know, it doesn't mean it's going to be tomorrow, next week, or whenever. It could go lower. So, but we can clearly see here now, it's taking loads of candles to break lows. The momentum is definitely slowing down, at least at the moment. But anyway, let's go down to the 1 hour, get a more intraday look. So on the 1 hour, just to go back over again, we can see these sweeps, breakdowns, sweeps, breakdowns, internal sweeps, breakdown, respect of a knob there, breakdown. It's continuing with the order flow very clearly to the downside here. And we respected this 1 hour ob, made a new low into this morning, took out the previous weekly low, I believe in Asia overnight, came down, took out the previous daily low. None of these major liquidity points have been enough yet to break out. 1 hour respected, breakdown. 1 hour imbalance and some liquidity sweep, breakdown, new lower low. We're much deeper in this, but at the moment, I don't see any reason to favor longs at this moment in time. So for me on EU, I'm still favoring the shorts. Price action isn't as clear with today's new leg. It didn't leave any obvious fair value gaps or order blocks, which would have been, you know, preference to go short from. So we'll have to see what it creates overnight. Now in the intraday 15-minute picture, you can see this 1 hour imbalance here. Just a sweep of the session liquidity for London and some internal liquidity here was enough for New York to carry it down. There was some news today as well, which caused that momentum, but it pretty much trickled sideways after the news. So nothing for me to trade today. But let's just look at this. You know, Asia ran up, took out some internal highs it set, continued bearish for London. London took out its own internal lows, bullish, took out some internal highs, bearish. You know, so even though there was news, it wasn't anything unpredictable. You know, news didn't cause it to break out, it just continued with the order flow. We're retracing now, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in the morning. Let's move on to GU on the daily. Here on GU, same picture. Weak lows, you know, because the highs are still intact. Strong highs because they've caused new lows. Weak lows because they're unable to cause a break of the high. So same picture as before. Again, you notice the same thing here as on EU. So many candles in this new bearish leg that's happening here. You can see the same thing trickling down, creating this buy side liquidity. Same picture as EU on the hourly, you know. Bearish breakdown, slow corrective move back, respect of the 1 hour ob, swept some internal liquidity, breaks down with momentum again. All of this choppy, even though there was news and it caused it to fly up. What did the news do? Flew up into a 1 hour order block, swept some liquidity of a previous high and broke down again. Now we have this new lovely 1 hour leg to go into tomorrow with. We haven't quite broken these lows, so these are liquidity. This is a draw of liquidity in my opinion. You know, it's just below it here. This will be a, you know, if it starts to reverse up here again, it creates that weak low situation. Weak low, 1 hour imbalance down here to attract price action too, you know. Let's get a closer picture of the intraday. Exact same as EU. All of this corrective price action, high was created, came down, swung up back into this 1 hour POI, took that internal liquidity, new leg was created with a lot more momentum. Then we got this, it's like steps, trendline liquidity being created, which I've shown here. These lows here are all people's stops and liquidity points for the market. What's happened here during news? Spike took liquidity out of a previous internal high, took a London session high, which is a major liquidity point too, and went lower. Took out all of this sell side liquidity. Went much further into this imbalance here, and ob, sorry. Let's have a look at that again on the 1 hour. So much deeper into here, hasn't taken the low of here yet, so you know, we'll see what happens, but there's unfinished business down here. There's liquidity. These 4 hour price legs, you can see here, if this is anything to indicate why, this is a weak low, right? Because it's failed to take out this previous high, and this is the low that it created. So that's the scenario we're in at the moment. I still see no reason to be bullish. We'll see what happens overnight. The DXY is, you know, it's on a pullback at the moment, obviously outside of market hours. DXY is in the same position as those. Look, this weak high has been violated. It didn't take out its low. We've got our new leg. It's just continuing to print high highs, right? High highs and high lows. Let's go up to the 4 hour so we can see this gap and imbalance here. We finally mitigated it to 50% of this 4 hour imbalance. So it's the same picture as GU and EU mostly. Where will it stop? We don't know. We're not seeing super bearish breakdowns from these previous weekly highs, previous daily highs. So it seems like the momentum is still with the bulls. We'll see how high this goes. We've still got the 4 hour ob higher up. Is it going to go all the way up there before, you know, coming down for a proper deeper retrace to continue with, you know, this bearish run it's on? It's up here, right? If it breaks out from here, then you never know, but it's creeping back up slowly. So we'll see how it reacts. We won't be bullish on the other pairs until, you know, this respects here and breaks down and they respect their lows, their daily order blocks, and start going bullish themselves. So yeah, I'm still bearish for now. I'm bearish into tomorrow. Let's see how the market looks when we wake up. and I'll see you again on Friday.